Hello, and welcome to this short presentation about ReIReSearch and how to use this discovery platform for religious studies. For those of you who are already familiar with ReIReSearch, you might notice that it has undergone some changes in order to repurpose and rebrand the platform for resilience. The ambition of ReIReSearch is still the same, however, to offer a platform where different digital resources and databases are searchable in a unified and standardized way. Online accessible data is becoming increasingly important in every stage of the research process. Collecting research data online, however, is still a time-intensive process. When a researcher wants to consult digital collections, they have to first know where the relevant collections can be found on the web, then consult a large number of different platforms with different user experiences and quality, handle different data types, description methods, access protocols, and data formats, and all of this with no guarantee that sufficient documentation and licensing information is available on how they can reuse the data. A solution for the amount of time researchers have to invest in finding research data is providing them with fair access to relevant data from several collections on a single platform. By combining rich collections of various European institutions and offering a user-friendly platform, ReIReSearch hopes to be a valuable tool to researchers in religious studies. ReIReSearch is not designed to replace these platforms, but to provide users with a tool to discover digital resources and databases that they were previously unaware of, or to explore their contents from a single location. Once an interesting online resource or database has been discovered, the researcher can then switch to its specific search interface for further in-depth research. ReIReSearch contains collections from several providers. There's the Mansi Digitale of FScire, which is a public digital database which takes up the Amplissima Collectio promoted by the Leuven Bishop Gian Domenico Mansi. From the Johannes Gutenberg University in Mainz, there are digitized Hebrew manuscripts from 1700 until 1920. From KU Leuven, there's an East Asia collection, which holds a collection about language, culture, religion, and general social subjects from East Asia, of which ReIReSearch includes records from the collection that are related to religion. There is the collection of the Maurits Sabbe Library at the Faculty of Theology and Religious Studies, which is an internationally renowned research and heritage library in the domain of theology and religious studies, of which we've included records that were published before 1840. And there's also of KU Leuven the special collections, which manages the rich library heritage that is preserved at the university library. And from Sophia University, there's Cyrillo Methodiana, which is a web portal that includes a virtual library with downloadable electronic publications of books related to the fields of Slavic studies and religion. ReIReSearch is still open to the inclusion of new datasets as well. The focus so far has mainly been on rare or special historical collections, but we are also looking to expand it with more modern collections and different data types, while obviously still also including the rare and special collections. ReIReSearch offers both simple and advanced search options. Simple search assumes that you're searching for all of the words that you typed, as selected here, but you can also change this to only search for one of the words that you typed, or to search for an exact sentence as you typed it. For example, with all of the words, you will get this result, where there are 287 hits for records that have both of these words. If you search only for one of the words, it will obviously be more because not both of the words don't have to be there. If you search for the exact sentence, of course, you have to maybe change what you type because in this order you get 18 hits. But if you, for example, change it to this, you will get more results because there are more records that have this exact phrasing of the name. You can also on the search page sort your search results by choosing, for example, to sort it by relevance or by title or by publication date with the newest record first or with the oldest record first. If you want to start a new query, you can simply select Clear Search here, and then everything is removed and you can search for something new. You can also choose whether you want to search only for books or if you want to expand this with publication issues and publication volumes. You can also choose if you want only results that have online access. This will limit your search results to records that have an online version available for you to consult, such as here, for example. You can also select from which provider you want results, and you can easily select or deselect other facets and click search again to change your results accordingly. For example, you can remove some and then search again, but in this case, I deselected all of the providers where the results come from. So if you try again, you can just easily search again. If you click on Clear Search, you will reset everything to the standard options. You can also view the searches that you have made during your current session by clicking the search history in the profile page. This will show you all of your search history during your current session. And if you click on it, it will redo the search query. You can also use filters after a search to filter out results that are not relevant to you. You can do this by clicking one or several filters to apply them, and then it filters out all of the records for which that metadata doesn't apply. You can also easily deselect this by clicking it a second time. The publication date filter is automatically set to a range with the oldest available record as a starting date and the most recent one as an end date. If you adjust this, you will only get the records within that range. The online access facet allows you to filter to have only records that include a link to a digitized version of the record. The facet metadata publication date shows when the records were imported into ReIReSearch and not when they were originally created. The facets are shown ranked to most often occurring one in the search results. And as these lists can become quite long, you can also expand them, or afterwards you can just collapse them to remove them again to make everything a bit more clear. ReIReSearch also has an advanced search tab. You can use this to search for records, for example, from a specific provider or in a specific dataset. If you select dataset in this first field, you can make sure that you search in specific collections by selecting the correct collection in the second field. You can also use this to search more specifically by adding more elements to your query by adding a new line with plus and, if needed, removing it again with the minus next to it. You can also use wildcards, for example, if you want to search for part of a word rather than the entire word. Other options include searching for subject, for example. Searching for subject can also be really useful if you're, for example, rather than looking for records written by Calvin, as in this query, you can change it to subject to look for records about this person. This also allows you to filter out more results beforehand by using the not term rather than and. For example, if you want to look for things about Calvin that were not written by him, you can filter out everything that has Calvin as an author. Of course, the facets also work in the advanced search tabs, and especially with more complicated queries, going back to the search history can be useful in case you don't exactly remember how you got specific results before. Now let's take a closer look at how to navigate the result page and the record view. As mentioned, on the left-hand side here, you have all of your facets and your sorting options. Then in the middle, there is a list of all of the records that you've found. And if you click on one of those records, you get on the right-hand side all of the metadata relating to that record. This also includes, for example, a link to the record at the provider platform, as well as clear licensing information under which the record is shared. At the bottom of the records view is a citation tool in case you want to easily copy a certain type of citation for your record. There's also an email tool provided that you can use to send the record to somebody or to yourself. And there's also a button in case you want to click, in case you want to copy the permanent link to the record to share with somebody or to save somewhere else. If people consult that link, they will be led to this separate record page. As mentioned, ReIReSearch is not designed to replace existing platforms, but as a way to provide users with a tool to discover resources that they were previously not aware of, or to explore contents from several providers at a single location. Therefore, ReIReSearch mainly collects the most relevant metadata to help users discover large amounts of data from a variety of sources. Therefore, it is often possible that you can find more metadata on the page of the provider by clicking on the link to go to their platform, for example. A link to a digitized version of manuscripts or publications is also included when available. These digitized versions are not uploaded to ReIReSearch itself, but a link is included when that link is provided to us. One of the main benefits of ReIReSearch is that it allows you to search for information from a variety of sources while also exporting and consulting these results in an interoperable way. Only the search history of your current session on ReIReSearch is saved automatically. If you want to save a query to be permanently available when you're logged in, you can click the Save This Query disk icon to the right of the search bar. You can view your saved queries by going to Profile and clicking Saved Searches. You can repeat these queries simply by clicking on them, and this will repeat that query. And you can also, if needed, if necessary, if you don't want to keep it, click the bin icon to the right to remove that searched query. You can also save records to a set. You can save all of your search results to a set simply by clicking the disk icon at the bottom of your search bar here without any further steps, or you can select specific records that you might want to save by ticking the boxes next to them and then clicking the disk icon. You can either save records to an existing set by typing out the name of one that exists and then all of the relevant ones that might apply show up, or you can give it a new name to create a new set. You can also consult all of these saved records by going to Saved Records and then clicking the corresponding set. Within a set, you can also remove specific records if you want, or you can remove the entire set by clicking the bin icon next to that. It's also possible to export the results of your query. There are 3 formats available for this. There's CSV, XLSX, and JSON-LD. If you click one of the corresponding options, a link to your export will be sent to the email address that you used to register your account. All of these options that I just described, saving searches, saving records, and exporting records, require you to have an account and be logged into it. Most of the functionalities of ReIReSearch are available to all the people who use the platform, whether they have an account or not. It's only the export functions and saving searches or records that require an account. Creating an account is entirely free and available without restrictions. At the time of launch, however, it is unfortunately not yet possible to create an account. Our technical staff is still working on making this option available, and we will add a message on the landing page once that option is available. This concludes our online demonstration on the use of ReIReSearch. If you have any suggestions or questions regarding ReIReSearch, feel free to contact us via reiresearch.helpdesk@libis.be. You can also consult the help page later on for more information on how to use ReIReSearch or if other things are not clear. Thank you very much for your attention.